Well, there are calls for accountability for the Jagersfontein disaster. However, the question is who should be held to account for the death and destruction. Dubai-based owner Star James says before the purchase it found the assets were safe and secure. The company bought the tailings dam from billionaire Johan Rupert's Reinet Investments back in April, but it's now offering the community 20 million rand. Let's speak to the chairperson of the Mineral Resources Parliamentary Portfolio Committee, Mr. Sahlulele, Luzipo. Mr. Luzipo, thank you for your time and good morning to you. I mean, as Parliament, what then is your role, especially as the Portfolio Committee, in ensuring that not only do you conduct investigations, but you give a report back around, possible interventions that have to do with obviously accountability, but also rebuilding and restoring what's been lost from this community in Jagersfontein?
Well, good morning to you and good morning to the viewers. First, let's extend our word of condolences to those who lost their families, but also our solidarity to those who have been affected by the damage. The first thing we must say is that the difficulty with the situation at Jagersfontein is that there is a court order, which is quite unique, a court order that said the Department of Mineral Resources has got no authority over the mine dumps, and therefore it means a transaction would have taken place according to the court order between two parties outside the Minerals and Petroleum Resources Development Act, which is the MPRDA, that regulates the conditions that goes with a licensing. In essence, the previous owner would have ceded the mining rights to another entity without the due processes of law. This therefore means that the Department of Mineral Resources cannot conduct inspections over an entity of this nature. But what we have said to the department was that then they should have considered appealing that, and we are not sure whether now it is still possible to appeal that ruling. Well, there is an existing court order that the mineral wealth beneath the soil is in the custody of the state on behalf of the people, and therefore we can't understand why even the court would make such a ruling that an entity, individuals can have transaction outside the law. But we hope now it doesn't take away also the responsibility of government to protect the poor South African citizens from this kind of act. And we think that it is on behalf of the people that the state must effect the most serious sanction or action against those who, in our view, are responsible. And we hear that, for instance, the BS says they are not liable. They are liable. They are the ones who granted the license, which, in our view, it was unlawful.
And you think that they should take responsibility and accountability. We're getting reports as well, Mr. Sahlulele, that it seems that there was a 20 million rand pledge that has been made to the community of Jagersfontein. Is this enough? Is this a form of accountability, or should there be more to this? Because as we've spoken about this before, a life has been lost, infrastructure has been damaged. I mean, households and families' lives have been turned completely upside down. What should accountability therefore, in your opinion, look like?
It's a joke that some of those people will be offering 20 million rands. Their houses are even more than 20 million rands. This is a community. It's not individual, just few individuals. So without any hesitation or doubt, I don't think that that's what the people deserve. In fact, it's a joke. And it can't be, also we must also deal with this. It can't be quick that you just dangle money when people, we are talking about people who have lost their lives here. We are talking about families who have lost almost everything that they have. That is why we say the state must intervene, government must intervene on behalf of the people. And the harshest must be the one that must be affected, including those who were in ownership before. Remember, if you take ownership of a mine, there are conditions that goes with it. The question is, when this one ceded the right on the mine dumps to another company, what were the conditions? And those one, if they say they found those that good and safe, then where did it go wrong? So it can be also a question of self-punishment, that no, we'll give 20 million rands, keep quiet, everything is well and good. I think for me, there is more that needs to be done, including the fact that we say the department must appeal. If it means they must do what is called apply for condonation, they must do so. We'd rather fail trying rather than not to be doing anything. And if the department succeeds, it must then put into effect the harshest punishment that is available in the law. The last thing I think we must say, there is a duty when you take mining responsibility. That duty includes rehabilitation. It actually means when they dangle 20 million rand, they did not have even a rehabilitation fund set aside for cases of this nature where a disaster comes through. And if it had gone through the MPRDA, then there would have been conditions of licensing, which include the rehabilitation conditions or alternatives or options that are available.
We'll leave it there. I appreciate you, of course, adding your voice to this matter. That was Sahlulele Luzipo, the chairperson of Parliament's Portfolio Committee on Mineral Resources and Energy.